Good morning, I'm back, Yorkshireman, now living in Wales. Now hopefully you enjoyed the other video and you found it quite entertaining and informative, because that's what my aim is to make sure you go away learning something. So, Sustrans Part 2 eMove project, bit of an update. Summary. So far the project has run for 2 years. E-bikes were loaned out for free. The population in the areas told was 353,000 people. In year 1 and 2 added together 506 users. Miles cycled, and this was a combination of different users, so we had private individuals and we had businesses. Both of them in the first year did 2.7 miles, so private individuals cycled 2.7 miles, e-cargo people 2.7 miles. In the second year it was exactly the same. I don't know how they worked that out, but that is from their own reports. So, how much did they get? Well, as you can see on this slide here, we have a nice picture of the Welsh Government and 4 people on bikes. Great. Now if I just let it run a little bit, what we'll see straight away is we end up seeing, we look there, it's £1 million investment. And it says more than £1 million. So we're going to take that at face value. And according to this, it was either signed off or supported by Lee Waters, which again, that's his decision. Now we also understand that they're going to be awarded for the 3rd year of this project £250,000. And that makes me think, where is the demand from? Because their own projects show that there's no demand for it. Out of a population of 353,000 people, 506 people, including businesses, cycle 2.7 miles. That's not a demand at all. So I don't understand that. And I always like things to be evidence-based. So bearing in mind it's £1 million, bearing in mind that basically they've been given the £1 million, and no one said, what do you think about it, Philip? No one asked me, because I'd have said, I don't think it'll work. So at that point, we have to then think about how much does it cost. And the bottom line is that scheme, for every 2.7 miles travelled, cost just under £2,000. Because it's a very easy sum to do, apparently. I didn't do it. Now, is that good value for money? The answer is no, it isn't. Now the other thing to understand is that governments and councils don't actually make anything to sell. They don't produce anything. They take our money and they spend it. Most of the time on projects we'd say, we don't need it, we don't want it, we don't consent to it, but we don't get asked. And I'm guessing they don't ask us because they know the answer is, we don't want that. So when I think about this, and I think about cycle lanes and I think about active travelling, which is what cycle lanes are about, I've been on a push bike, I've used them for work, I have a motorcycle, blah blah blah. I have never thought or come across a cycle lane I've thought, my God, this needs repairing desperately, I can't use it. It's never been the case, never ever been the case. And I have never thought to myself, everybody needs an e-cycle. Never. Because I'll tell you, the reality is, what happens is, if you want a push bike, you'll look on eBay, you'll look on Facebook, and you'll end up getting one for 30 quid, or somebody else will give you one. And you'll use that for cycling your 2.7 miles at the price of 30 quid. That's it. So, where the evidence is to support all of this, I've no idea. However, if I'm wrong, please send it to me, and I'll examine it. Remind yourself, the cost is, for 2.7 miles, £2,000. That's like council tax. You think about what else this could buy. Now, as I've said, other things are broken. So take this road. This road has been like this on the coast for many years now. Traffic lights either side causing havoc. We've had close misses, we've had all sorts. Now, only now have we started to apply pressure as someone decided that they might need to do something. Now, Was the aim of the government or the council just to leave it and see what happened? Or did they want to convert it into a big active travel cycle lane? Because I'll tell you something, even on an electric bike, you won't want to go up there. I'll tell you that now. So now we've applied the pressure, it then becomes clear, and as you can see from this, is the council have to make a capital application. And I'm guessing that means they need permission to get the money from the government to repair it. Yet it would appear Sustrans just say, oh, that'd be nice, and they get £1 million plus. They even get loads of money, and I'll sort of cover that later on in another video. So how's that happen? How come Gwynedd Council will take our council tax money and everybody else ends up having to go through this long-winded process? What I will say, I did write to my 5 MPs, or 5 members of the Senate, only one of them bothered to respond, and that is Jane Dodds. So big up to Jane Dodds. The others I'll deal with you in a later video, because I'm just not happy at all. You take my money and you ignore me. That is not on. I'm going to show you this document, Third Sector Policy. The Minister responsible is Jane Hutt, Minister for Social Justice. Now a little bit of a story about trying to find these documents. I know it's Third Sector, that's what it said. Under her portfolio it says volunteers, voluntary sector. It doesn't say Third Sector. So again, we're into this situation where we're using words to misdirect us, the public who'll fund it all. However, page 28 of this policy, and I assume, as a minister, she signs off all the spending. It says value for money, as you can see. So value for money, keywords here is tax money is used economically, efficiently and effectively. Rest assured, I will tell you now, 2.7 miles costing £2,000, just under, doesn't meet any of that criteria. None at all. We also move on to Transport for Wales. They have also given away £48 million, yes, £48 million of our money for active travel. And as you can see, this is from their document. I still don't understand where the demand is for it, and I will try to cover some more different aspects of this later on. Now, to try and get context of this, let's just say we ask one question. So you're out with a mate, you're out with your friends, you're sat at home with your family, and you say to them this, you say, oh, do you know that road over there, the one with the broken path, the one with the potholes, the one where they keep having traffic lights? Someone says, oh, that one, yeah. What would you rather have? A cycle path, an e-bike, or get the road fixed? What do you think they'd say? Well, the answer is going to be, basically, get that fixed first, because that's broken. Cycle paths, e-bikes are not broken. And I don't even know who demands them. Right, thank you for listening to that. I've had a bit of a rant today, but hopefully though, you are learning something from it as I am. So please tick the box, subscribe, whatever else, and I will look forward to chatting to you again. Thank you.